All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hope elect, and 1/3. The Lord's will this video be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharakakwadash. And exhorting to the sincere sheep. All right, just wanted to make sure the audio is good. And as the title reads, he's given you deception for reality. Okay. And the he being Esau, Edom. All right. The deceiver. Okay. He's given you deception for reality. And Tawadi Abashimel Shai. This is a quick lesson, but it's through the inspiration of Yahweh Shemel Shai, Baharakakwadash, on an in particular thought that I had last night. And I was doing a little research. Sometimes a couple keywords in Google, all right, will, lead you where you need to be. So let me share my screen. All right. It's not going to be a long lesson, but I do want to make some points. So last night I was watching a old 90s movie. I want to say it was like with Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. And one thing I noticed is, this movie, it had so many influential, key ads, and it had so many symbols and in particular products of food. And what it just goes to show you is that, the deception is very deep. People's reality is really a controlled false reality. And one way he does that is through influencing people, all right, off of movies. Okay, now I'm going to read this real quick. I have a few points to make. All right. And actually, let's get let's get Nahum real quick 3. And I want to show you something. Okay. I want to show you something. These movies, Esau uses there's a term called predictive programming. You have to understand that this man's heart is deep. Okay. At all times, from all sides, he is constantly sending out incantations, spells, enchantments to constantly keep people in a fabricated reality from the truth. Okay, this what the Matrix was trying to show, the people, if you will. All right, this is because once Neo woke up, okay, he realized the world around him was completely destroyed. All right, I'm not saying that we live in a simulation, but we live in, all right, a spiritual simulation. All right, meaning that people, all right, which it's all through Yahweh Shemel Shai, of course. The deceived and the deceiver are his, which we're going to have to grab. But at the same time, you have to understand that Esau is using a lot of tools, platforms, all right, to keep people in a bewitched state of mind. Okay, he keeps you in a bewitched state of mind. Okay, now let's read this. This is Nahum 3 and 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Now, the multitude of the whoredom is great. And a lot of the whoredoms is through what? Spiritual fornication. Okay. Esau has gobbled up ancient civilizations, idols, deities, false gods, and false goddesses, and he's compiled them into one. Okay. When you look at masonry, when you look at his empowering, okay, how does he stay empowered? How does he stay, in this spirit? Is because he invokes wicked and evil spirits through rituals and seances, okay, to keep the lie going. This is why he has to sacrifice. This is why he has to spread a certain narrative, okay? And it says, the mistress, all right, this is what we want, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. So you have to understand, all right, Esau is very big on what? Sorcery. See, the mistress of sorcery, mistress of deadly charms. Okay, this is what Esau embellishes in. He indulges himself, all right, on the left-hand side to the fullest extent. Now, right here, I had looked up, how do movies influence us? Now, real quick, before we read that, check what the word influence means, okay? When you look this word influence, all right, right here, all right, when you look the word influence, look, astrological term streaming ethereal power from the stars when a certain position, acting upon character or destiny of men. Okay, so influence. All right, look, a flow of water, a flowing in. So the influence is on a spiritual level. Okay, Esau influences you on a very spiritual level. Look, capacity. Check this out. Capacity for producing effects by insensible or invisible means. Okay. Esau influences people, all right, through effects of invisible means, all right, entities, spiritual battle, all right, in high places. Okay. Let's hold Ephesians 6. Let's just hold Ephesians 6 and we'll get to it, Lord's will. I just don't want to forget that point. But watch when we check how movies affect people's minds, man. All right. It says the studies reveal the influence of films on people's belief and opinions. Right. Last night. So like I said, I was just watching some old 90s movie and I just saw nothing but like Pepsi and Mountain Dew and McDonald's, no generic, no just can that says soda. It has to have a brand, it had, and then I kept seeing everyone smoking. See, he does all these things to put this on your mind so you act it out where in reality. Then it makes what our reality a false reality because your reality is based off what you're being influenced in, which are these movies, films, commercials, predictive programming, which puts you in a very lethargic, docile state of mind. And now before you know it, your reality is based off what you're watching on TV. So he's controlling you, all right, through influencing you based off movies, music, okay, propaganda, all right? That's why they call it tell-lie-o-vision. It says, look at this. It says films on people's beliefs and opinions. Yeah, like the movie I was watching, I noticed the guy was mentioning something about Satan and hell. And I said, see, right there is why people believe there's a hell. It's not because they found it in the Bible. It's because they've been preconditioned over the years of watching movies, because when you look at movies, they have their own reality. All right, like the movie Last Action Hero. That movie is based off a fictional character, but it's based off real life. So then you take that and it's bestowed upon you, and what they say in their reality, you start acting out in yours. This is why women act the way they do and men act the way they do. This is why he had certain personas based on men and based on women. This is why he'll make and it's also there's seasons of it. Like he started pushing where the woman was a servant. She was more submissive to her husband, and he was the breadwinner. And then he slowly started making the husband like the dumb guy, like Homer Simpson. What else? Al from Love and Children. Things like that. So those look, opinions, stereotypes. See? So when he makes a movie about Jake, now Jake puts that on. Okay, look, a good example. There was no issues on a level of black on black crime until movies like this came out. You see, he did this purposely. Jake was messed up, but they weren't. But what he does is he creates these roles which really are demons, and then these actors act it out from the script, and those demons jump on people that watch them. Okay, so these movies, all right, it can be spells. Excuse me, these movies are spells on Jake, man. These movies are spells on people. All right, being a menace to society, being a boy in the hood. You see, he's using movies to keep you in a false reality. All right. And then what? And he does it where? He does it in Hollywood, which Hollywood is what? Hollywood was used by Druid magical practitioners as a wand to focus powerful wishes. So he literally created, okay, an area, all right, a place to play out rituals to cast spells on people, and it gets them, man. It gets them. Okay. Now let's finish it off. It says The studies reveal the influence or the flowing in of spirits of films on people's beliefs, meaning what they believe in. So now, if he does a movie based on the Antichrist, and then he does it with a Rosemary Baby, this is why Elder Pastahar says, stop watching these movies. Meaning, don't mean you don't got to watch them, but stop basing your belief off movies that Esau made. So now everyone thinks that the Antichrist is some kid named Damien with 3 6s, in the back of his head. You see, but this is the power of his spells. Okay, this is the power that's been given into his hand. Oh, let's go to now. It's a small scale, but it's also a large point on the scale. Check this out. What is that? First Thessalonians? Let me see. First Thessalonians 2. I always mix these up. I always mix those books up. Let's see. I think it is second. Okay, yeah, it is second. Check this out. Let's go to Second Thessalonians 2. Is it 2? Yeah, it's got to be 2. Just give me a second. A precept came to mind. Check this out. Yep, look. Let no man deceive you, but I don't want that one. These are all good, though. These are all, actually, I have to read this. Second Thessalonians 2 and 4. It's 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, speaking about us, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition. Check this out. Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God. This is why when he makes movies about God and Christianity, who does he put? Who does he put in the place? Look, watch this. Great example. Passion. Excuse me. You brothers know where I'm going. Look at this. Great example. This movie was a spell. Look, this guy is our Savior, Yahushua, Jesus. This is Mary. This is supposed to be Mary. Look, here's the devil, though. This is funny. The devil's a female. Baphomet. That's funny. You got that one pretty close. This is Yahushua again, I guess, at a younger age. Look, here's the Virgin Mary. Here's the Virgin Mary. But this is how he deceived you. He sets himself up as God and sitteth in the temple of God. So all he needs to do is make movies, and you people say, no. Jesus was white. See? Because all he did was put it in a film. Okay? Check this out. Let's go to another one. Let's put famous Christian. Just give me a second. Famous Christian movie. Just sounds simple. Look, famous Christian movies. Let's see. Look, famous Christian movies. All Edomites, heathens. Okay? Look, so when Interview with God. Let's see. That I'm assuming this is supposed to be God. Yeah, I remember this movie. See? Heathens. All right. So these movies put beliefs on you. This is why people argue when they come to camp. They say, no. God can't be black because I've never seen God black. Every time he showed me anything about God, he looks like me. And Jesus, no way. He's a man of color. Bronze is orange. He's Middle Eastern, because all they show you as Edomites or Middle Eastern descent people when it comes to a biblical stance on the imagery of the men in the Bible, the women in the Bible, the people of the Bible. See? Do you see how powerful films influence your mind? Look at this. It says movies can have, it says on people's beliefs and opinions, stereotypes, and attitudes. Movies can have a significant impact on gender and ethnic stereotypes. See, this is why they look at Jake the way they do, because he's given the world, the mind's eye, a view on Jake based off an ethnic stereotype. It makes me think of the movie Soul Man. There was a movie called Soul Man. Check this out. It's funny. So when you go into this and Soul Man, this movie right here, it's a Edomite who takes these melanin pills to look like a Jake to get a scholarship for Jake, and he's bypassing himself as a Jake. But that's not the funny part. The funny part is, let's put this in dinner scene. It's when right here he's sitting at the table with the Shedemite that likes Jake, but when her father looks at him in his mind, this is what he sees. This is what he sees. He said, "Pass me that watermelon bit." So see, this is showing you how the world is looking at Jake because this is how he portrays you. Do you see how powerful movies can influence your mind? You see? So now people don't even have reality. Okay. Do you even know reality shows aren't really reality? A lot of things are staged. A lot of things are prefabricated. A lot of things are controlled. But what he's giving you in the real world is an idea of how your reality shall be based. The Jerry Springer show, the Maury, things like that. He's put things on TV for you to watch to influence you so you can walk around in this world based on what you're watching on television. It's deep, man. Okay. It's deep. And it says, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. How does he show himself he's God? Not only being in the churches, but making movies where he is the church, where he is God. See? And it says, jumping down, actually, let's just keep reading. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. So right now, the Spirit, okay, at an all-time high is revealing the devil, Esau, Edom, all right, the deceiver, the Decepticon, Mr. Deception. He's giving you deception for your false reality. So now your reality is false because of the deception. See how powerful his trickery is? Oh, and let's not get started on the music. Let's not get started on the music. The music alone, let me show you this. The music alone is this. The music alone is this: an enchantment, art of magic or witchcraft, use of magic, magic power, magical spell, concert, chorus. So these songs, look, to sing, see? To sing. So this is why he uses Nationwide is on your side, because he's putting a spell on your ass so you can buy his product. Or he puts a spell on you so you can wear these pants or act this way or wear this whole entire place is what they would call the devil's playground, right? Now, real quick, let's get this in Revelations to go a step further. This is why you got to stay protected out here, man, okay? This is Revelations 2:13. I know thy works and where thou dwelleth, even where Satan's seat is, okay? We truly are in the midst of Satan's seat. You see, Hollywood, Holly Weird, all these things are true. All right. It's actually true. It says, and thou holdest fast my name. You have to keep holding fast the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and has not denied my faith, even in those days where Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. So America, Babylon is truly Satan's seat. Okay. This is why he has influences with music and enchantment with music. All right. He has spells and incantations, and also influence through the movies. Okay. And media, the goddess of illusion, all to keep you locked down. Okay. Media. All right. Social media. All these things are spells, the trends. Okay. All these things are to what? To be with you. All right, now check this out. It says, for the mystery of iniquity does already work. Esau, the Roman Empire at this time, which was ultimately the Western Roman Empire, which now we're in the Western Hemisphere under the Roman Empire 2.0. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Right. Only he now will let. Why? Because remember, at the end of the day, there is no enchantment against Jacob being the Israel of God, because it's all controlled by Yahweh Shem Shai. This is, let me snag this real quick. This is Job 12:16, and it reads 12:16, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So Esau, Edom, has been set up to be the deceiver, in so much that he's referred to as this. 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, the deceiver, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And what is these signs and lying wonders, all right, on a small scale that he's been using for years? The movie industry, Hollywood, okay? Hollywood, Holly Weird. You see, the same wood that witches use for their wands to influence you, okay, and to into believing in lies. Look, why movies are so influential. Okay. Movies affect many of us powerfully because the combined impact of images, music, dialogue, lighting, sound, and special effects can elicit deep feelings and help us reflect on our lives. See? So he uses movies to put a certain imagery, a certain mindset in your own mind. Look, they can help us to better understand our own lives, the lives of those around us, and even how our society and culture operates. Do you see that? So then when you look at the movies, and guess what? In movies, he always has who? The white superhero, right? The white man, the white shining knight. And then Jake is what? Always killed first, or he's always the thug, he's always the criminal, he's always the deadbeat. So Esau uses movies to single-handedly control your outlook on life. And we cannot be ignorant of that anymore. You cannot be ignorant of these devices. Okay. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Because what does it say? Let's grab this. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, excuse me. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And his devices are a evil thought. Let's go into the blue letter. Let's actually go into the blue letter and show you this. Okay. This place is set up to deceive you. All right. It says he should be loose to deceive. Now let's go to this word. All right. Really quick. It says a mental perception. See, a mental perception, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purpose. So it only makes sense that the main place where films that control people's outlook on life comes from somewhere that they coined Hollywood, which Hollywood is used as the same wood for witches' wands to cast spells upon people. Okay? So this man is fully set in a serpent-like deceptive state of mind. And since I said that, let's go back and show you how this was Esau in the garden. Okay, look, Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Let's go and see what this word serpent means. What does this word serpent mean? Serpent, snake, right? But then when you go to the etymology, the origin of the word serpent that they used, what does this word mean? Look at this, an enchanter, enchantment, to practice divination, to observe signs. What did the word influence mean? To a flowing in on an astronomical level, stars. See, this is what he did to Eve. Okay, so this is what he's doing to you now. Look, practice fortune telling, to practice divinations. This is the mindset that Esau walks in, and you have to understand that this is a part of the conditions of the battle. Okay, you need to understand that. Now, I want to get this because it just came to mind. I'm going to end it on this actually. Excuse me for that. I'm a little excited. So let's go to this first. We have to read this for us. Okay, you have to understand. All right, you brothers and you sisters. And you know how a lot of Jake women got taken out? Let me show you. Look, movies like this. Look at this. Movies just like this. You see? Oh, hold on. Look, Medea, the goddess of illusion. A Jake dressing up as a woman that's called Medea. Medea is a Greek goddess of illusion. Okay? Right here. I could do bad all by myself. And then look, they got to have a bald Jake smoking a cigarette to put spells to make your ass shave your head, get this little weird ass pirate mustache, and have a cigarette in your hand. You know how many women got their hair cut like this when this movie came out? You see? Spells, bro. Spells. He's controlling the narrative and thoughts of your life in black and white culture and throughout the world. And so much it's called Hollywood, then Bollywood. It's Follywood. All right? See? You sisters out there, man, you better stay spiritually strapped up. Okay? Because he's bewitching your ass. Leggings, cleavage, being a hoe, promiscuous, Sex in the City, charm, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. All right? The list goes on and on and on how he gets you, man. and he gets you through music. Oh, music. What they say? Music makes me lose control. Well, guess what? Guess what music means? Music means muse. What's muse means? Look, muse means to ponder, to meditate, to be absorbed in thought. I literally have to rebuke, okay, if I'm ever on like social media, I have to rebuke these little stupid ass songs. Oh no, like all that shit. I'm like, why is it 12:30 at night and I'm hearing Instagram in my head? Because those are spells, man. Okay? Those are spells that he's using to put out here on you people. All right? And it's taken full effect. And this is why people are in gross darkness. Okay? This is why they're in gross darkness, because the enchanter is in full effect. But check this out. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So he uses music to make you think. He uses movies to make you see. He uses media to make you assume. He uses all these things to put a certain thought process on your mind. This is why these people will come up to camp, will come up to the Lord's altar, all right, and they will argue you up and down because all they know is what Esau has given them. Then when we open up the scriptures, it's a whole different narrative that their mind can't see because they're under their experience, what you call cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, psychologically, mental, the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. That's what these people are going through. Their minds are breaking down because all they've been given is spells, but the light is shining in the midst of the darkness, and men hate light. They hate this light. You see, they hate the light of Yahweh Shem Shai because it's shedding light on the wickedness of Esau Edom. Okay, it's shedding light on the wickedness that Esau Edom has put a spell on these people. All right, and let's get that real quick, and I'm gonna get Isaiah. I'd love to speak more. There's so much to talk about, but I feel the point has been made. You know, be aware. All right, be aware, man. There's so much influence, and I was just watching the '90s movies last night. And I said, damn, they're smoking so much. Why am I keep seeing all these pentagrams and these? Oh, because he's been installed it since the beginning, see, to make it normal. This is how he made Satanism normal. This is how he made the pentagram normal. This is how he made hoish women normal, okay? This is how he allowed Jake to accept being a thug, okay, which that's a demon. But these are the things he's done. All right, all these movies, these critically acclaimed black actor movies, all right, all these movies have been set up, all right, to bewitch you. Okay, there was one movie I watched where he said, "I'm just a typical black guy." Let me see, I'm just the typical black guy. He said that's supposed to say that is whack. Yep, not another teen movie. That's exactly what it is. Not another teen movie. You had this Jake, he right here. He said, "I'm here, right here. Look. I am the token black guy. I'm just supposed to smile and stay out of the conversation and say things like damn, shit, and that is whack." See, he's blatantly showing you, okay, how he wants Jake to represent himself and how he wants Jake to be represented throughout the world. You see, imagery is high level, okay? He's using high level tactics of witchcraft to keep people bewitched. This is why they think God's white, all right? This is it. This is the only reason, because of the movies. It's not because of the doctrine. It's not because of the Bible. It's because of movies. It's because of commercials. It's because of TV shows. You see? This is what he's done to plant a deceptive seed in your mind. And matter of fact, before I get Isaiah 47, let's get Revelations 20. Let's get Revelations 20 really fast. Two more and I'm out. All right. Just got to make these points. I wouldn't feel right if we didn't. This is this is let's see. This is Revelations 20 and Revelation 23, and it's, you can start at 1. I'll just start at 1 really fast. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, Yahushai, having the key of the bottomless pit, the key going into Revelations 1. It says the bottomless pit, talking about Europe, and a great chain in his hand representing slavery, captivity, abounding. Ultimately, he put a bound on him, right? Ultimately, okay. I don't want to specifically say slavery because he was more kept in the caves and enslaved to his own mind. He was enslaved to his own self, right? It says, and he laid hold on the dragon, the Roman Empire, that old serpent, the magician. This proves that Esau has is that serpent. He has that same spirit, that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Esau, and Satan, the physical counterpart, and bound him 1,000 years and cast him into the bottomless pit, those caves, and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more. See, he's a deceiver till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. After that, he must be loosed a little season to do what? To go out and deceive. See, jump down to 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Right. He even uses his witchcraft to make you believe that they need to go to war. They had a movie, man, it's escaping my mind right now, but there was a movie where there was a president being coached to act so that they could go to war. Man, I can't find it. I can't think of it right now. But they got movies out there where he uses movie sets. Hollywood and the CIA are linked together. Okay, they got people where, I ain't gonna go too deep, but listen, man, the whole thing is a ruse. The whole thing is a mirage. This place is set up to bewitch you. So be aware of the bewitching, man. But there's judgment coming for his ass for that. Isaiah 47 and let's see, Isaiah 47 and 10. It says, actually, I got to start at 9. It says 8. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these 2 things shall come upon thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries. Right, because Esau will use a double F. Okay, know what I'm saying right now, because I don't want to be too plain. He uses a double F and claims, oh my gosh, we lost all these children. We got to take the guns, because he's using sorcery to bewitch people. He uses a double F, all right? A false, right? He uses a false American flag. You know what I mean? Yeah, wag the dog, the wada, right? And he uses these things, but now the Lord's saying, watch, it says, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. See, America is an extreme great abundance of enchantment. You ever heard of false advertisement? You ever heard of predictive programming? You ever heard of subliminal messages? Okay. This man uses all types of spells to make you smoke, to make you drink. Do you know why women smoke? Do you know why women smoke? It's through what it's coined mass psychology. Let's look at this. Women torches of freedom. He used his secretary, claimed that she was a model. He made her walk in some Easter parade and had all these people take pictures of her. See? Since tobacco products were equated with men, women began to see cigarettes as torches of freedom. In 1929, Bernard encouraged women to march down Fifth Ave. Yeah, I went into this, man. Okay? He had a woman proclaim herself to be a model. It was his effing secretary. She said that she was a model, and then she lit up a cigarette, and then the picture went viral. And then all these women around the world started smoking because he used this woman as an initiator, which an initiator today would be a trendsetter or a TikTok influencer. All right, which an initiator is used as a chemical compound to start a chemical reaction, or i.e. a chain reaction upon people. So he influences you to do things. So all these women out here vaping, smoking black and mild, black and wild, acting crazy and stupid. Thank your master, the white man. Thank your master, man. Okay, he has mass psychology on the people. All right, this whole place is set up to deceive your ass, man. So call Allah Yahweh Shai that he has pulled us from this deception. You know, thank you, Yahweh Shai. I'm telling you, man, this guy is deep. Psalm 64. All right, let me settle down. This is Isaiah 47 and 9. It says, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. We see you now. We see you now through the Spirit. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Wherefore shall evil come upon me? Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. See? And it reminds me of the same thing that happened to those wizards and in Egypt when Pharaoh wouldn't let us go. Remember that they couldn't prevail against Moses and the Lord's plagues. So we're in Egypt all over again. So we're getting ready to witness this all over again, but now upon Esau, Edom, the great witch. So I just wanted to do that lesson. I mean, there's so much, but, you know, the point has been made. I said it was going to be a short lesson, but, you know, went a little longer than normal. But I pray through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai that you brothers and you few sisters, that you are edified and exhorted, you know, and understand that this man is a witch. And there is a lot of spells and incantations out here to be with you. All right. So stay prayed up, you know, fast need be, you know, things of that nature, and just keep your spiritual guard up. Okay. Because there's things out here that he's trying to influence you with. So, hey, man, we're in those times. We're in those seasons. So continue to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. And I'd like to say, call halal, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Kodash. All right. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.